Hi, I am one day out from a procedure with Dr. Lamb where I had a corrective plug restoration done from 30 years ago. He took out beard hair by FUE and a strip procedure in the back to put in and around and camouflage the plugginess and soften the hairline dramatically. I'm one day out. I feel no pain, did not feel any pain in the procedure. Staff was wonderful, and I had well researched Dr. Lamb out before I came to him. I couldn't be happier. I can't wait for 4 to 6 months to see my growth.
Let me ask you, you've had the old plug procedures done. How was the discomfort during or after that procedure?
The discomfort was great, especially where they excised the plugs and sewed it back together. It hurt for several days and was very tight.
And you're not, again, you're not being paid for any of this, but you're not having, your pain level is very comfortable now?
Very comfortable. Can't feel a thing.
Awesome. So I just want to give the people listening to this what I've done and why I did it. So this gentleman had a good beard to harvest, and he had a very narrow region on the back side that I could use as transplantal grafts. The reason I did a strip on the back and FUE for the beard, it was the best combination to get him the safest long-term result and the maximal density. When you have a very large crown on the back side, you really risk with FUE over harvesting the back side as well as taking grafts that are potentially going to be gone in 5 to 10 years because those grafts are not, they're DHT sensitive. So he had a very narrow region to remove the grafts, and actually I took that big lipoma out from the back of the strip too, and which is a big fatty tumor. So that was lucky. If I didn't have that incision, I couldn't have done it anyways. And then the reason I took beard hairs are just a really good source of hairs because they grow well. They have a very incredible healing. Unlike scalp FUE, which leaves white dots behind the scalp, the beard typically doesn't do that. And what I did in the design work for him was create a much more natural hairline using the fine one hairs from the scalp. And then I used the beard hairs on the back side in order to create a nice transition without losing density, because beard hairs don't have the same density as scalp hairs because they're usually one hair grafts. They're occasional 2 hair grafts. And they're a little bit coarser, so they don't look quite as natural in the front. So I use it as transition in the back. And then I further transition behind it with additional scalp hairs so that you couldn't see it. I use both 2 hair grafts as well as 1 hair grafts to frame the back side going to the crown. So think of it like a posterior hairline. And so that's really the design that I did for this gentleman. I am, of course, in the future, we'll take a look at some results if he's willing to show some close-ups. But I'm glad he was able to talk about his experience and results, and I wanted to talk more about what my thinking was in strategy in this design work to cover the previous plugs.